So, the midnight sun is this natural phenomenon, where the sun actually stays visible at local midnight. This happens in regions near the Arctic and Antarctic Circles during their respective summer months. Yeah. It creates an environment where, honestly, night never truly falls. In simple terms, the Earth's tilt is what causes this extraordinary effect. The planet is tilted at about 23.5 degrees, which makes sunlight reach certain areas continuously. And this same tilt is also responsible for changing seasons. The midnight sun is most commonly observed in places like Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Alaska. These areas experience weeks or even months of unbroken daylight. For locals, this phenomenon just becomes part of everyday life during summer, really. In the Arctic Circle, the midnight sun can last from one day to several months, depending on how far north you are. For example, at the North Pole, it can persist for nearly 6 months. The closer to the pole you get, the longer the sun stays visible. The midnight sun provides opportunities for unique human experiences. People hike, fish, and even play sports under a sunlit sky in the middle of the night. Tourism thrives in these regions due to the rare, almost surreal conditions. Photographers are particularly drawn to the midnight sun's soft golden light. Known as the golden hour effect, it stretches all night long. This creates, breathtaking landscape and wildlife photography opportunities. Despite its beauty, the midnight sun can disrupt natural rhythms. Humans and animals often rely on the regular cycle of day and night for sleep. Continuous daylight, honestly, challenges this balance. Many people living in midnight sun zones, use blackout curtains to maintain regular sleep cycles. These help block the persistent sunlight, creating a night-like environment indoors. Sleep studies have shown that without darkness, people may suffer from insomnia or fatigue. Animals also adapt to this unique daylight condition. Some species, for instance, alter their feeding and migration patterns during the period of continuous sunlight. For example, reindeer in northern Scandinavia show flexible biological clocks. The phenomenon is closely related to its opposite polar night. During polar night, the sun doesn't rise at all for weeks or months. Together, midnight sun and polar night create extreme seasonal contrasts. In cultural history, the midnight sun has been both revered and feared. Ancient communities believed it signified divine favor or sometimes cosmic imbalance. These days, it's more of a symbol of natural wonder and adventure. The science behind the midnight sun is, pretty well understood. Earth's axial tilt and orbital dynamics create these patterns in a totally predictable way. Astronomers can even calculate the exact dates for the first and last midnight sun events in any given year. Regions that experience the midnight sun are known as lands of the midnight sun. This term usually applies to parts of Norway, Iceland, Greenland, Russia, and Canada. Each of these places has its own unique customs related to the event. In Svalbard, Norway, the midnight sun lasts from late April to late August. This archipelago is actually one of the most northern inhabited places on Earth. Svalbard's culture, really revolves around adapting to this unusual daylight cycle. Midnight sun festivals are, pretty common in many Nordic countries. These events include music, dance, food, and outdoor activities, all held under the ever-present sun. They celebrate nature's abundance, and honestly, human resilience too. One popular tradition is the midnight golf tournament in Iceland. Players take advantage of continuous daylight to play right through the night. It's a blend of sport and spectacle that, attracts international visitors. Indigenous peoples like the Sami in Scandinavia have, really deep connections to the midnight sun. Their traditional reindeer herding practices are influenced by the extended daylight. This relationship with nature is both spiritual and practical. The visual effects of the midnight sun include halos, elongated shadows, and glowing skies. The sun appears to hover low on the horizon, never quite setting. This creates a magical, almost dreamlike quality in the environment. Astronauts on the International Space Station also experience a version of the midnight sun. Orbiting Earth multiple times a day, they witness several sunrises and sunsets within 24 hours. This really highlights the connection between Earth's tilt and global sunlight distribution. So, literature and film have been inspired by the midnight sun. It shows up in travel memoirs, documentaries, and even fantasy stories. The idea of endless day really sparks imagination and creative expression. Midnight sun tourism, well, that includes special cruises and guided tours. Travelers actually seek out places like Tromsø or Fairbanks just to witness this rare natural event. And yeah, tourism companies often bundle experiences like whale watching or hiking to make the most of the adventure. So, climate change is affecting polar regions, including those areas where the midnight sun happens. Melting ice and shifting weather patterns could, really influence how visible the midnight sun is and how long it lasts in the future. Scientists are studying these impacts closely. To really experience the midnight sun, clear weather is honestly essential. Cloudy skies can mask the effect, which reduces the dramatic visual impact. That's why, timing and choosing the right location are key for tourists and photographers. While technology can help simulate night, there's honestly nothing quite like experiencing the midnight sun firsthand. It challenges the way we think about time and our daily routines. Stepping outside at 2 in the morning into full sunlight feels both exhilarating and, well, humbling. In conclusion, the midnight sun is truly one of Earth's most stunning natural phenomena. It connects astronomy, ecology, culture, and even personal experience. Witnessing the midnight sun reminds us of just how vast our planet is, and the intricate balance of its cycles.